All right, NoCoast CrossFit. Welcome back to our at-home workouts. Today is Friday, May 1st. We'll pan in here, get some close-ups, get your screenshots, notes, whatever you need to do. There is your no equipment, and then our gymnastic strength for the day. We've got scaling, warm-up, and then move down here for some movement prep. Cool, and we'll get back out. All right, perfect. Cool. All right, guys. Workout today. Each of our variations of this workout, the full gym workout, basic, and no equipment, are all going to be based around 21-15-9 rep scheme, but they are all pretty different. Okay, so we'll walk through one of these at a time. We'll get into scaling after that. Okay, so the full gym equipment, 21-15-9 reps per time of squat snatch and chest to bar pull-ups. Okay, the squat snatch, we're going to prescribe this at about 40% of your 1 rep max. Okay, make sure that this is a squat snatch and not your power snatch, especially for those of you who have a much stronger power snatch than you do have an overhead squat. Okay, especially if you have some shoulder mobility issues or overhead squat's just a tough lift for you. Okay, this is in Beyond the Whiteboard a fitness level workout. Okay, so if you are doing this prescribed, okay, and Beyond the Whiteboard, it'll show as 95 pounds for guys, 65 for ladies. If you log it as prescribed, it will affect your number, your percentage number. Okay. If you scale it to anything other than that 95, 65 pound weight or chest to bar pull-ups, make sure you log it as scaled. Okay. Moving down here to our basic equipment workout, we got same 21-15-9 reps per time. We are going to do two times dumbbell snatch. So you're going to double up the dumbbell snatch or kettlebell snatch, or if you have a light sandbag or a lighter sandbag, you can do that as well. But 21-15-9 will turn into 42, 30, and 18. And then we're going to do pull-ups still with the 21-15-9 rep scheme. Okay, so first round will be 42 dumbbell snatch, 21 pull-ups. We'll have 30 dumbbell snatch, 15 pull-ups, 18 dumbbell snatch, and then finish with 9 pull-ups. Okay, moving down to no equipment. Again, working off that same 21-15-9 rep scheme. We're going to do 3 times jumping squats. Okay, 2 times the push-ups, and then following the 21-15-9 rep scheme for your pull-ups or your pull-up rows, whatever variation of this we need to do at home. Okay, we'll talk about that in a second here when we go to scaling. Okay, so rep scheme for your jumping pull-ups will be 63, 45, 27. Okay, and then we already mentioned the 42, 30, 18 rep scheme for the 2 time. Okay, so those are our workout variations. Let's jump into some scaling. All right, so first we'll talk about the snatch, specifically if you're using the barbell. Okay, fairly lightweight. We already talked about 40%. Again, we want to make sure that we're going off of the overhead squat number, squat snatch, and not your power snatch. Okay, especially if power snatch is much higher or much higher weight than your squat snatch. Okay, we can scale this. Okay, so instead of a squat snatch, let's just demo that from the ground, catching, okay, in the squat and standing up. If we have a really tough time with that movement, we can power snatch, set your feet, and then get the squat. Okay, that's totally fine if needed. Okay, for those of you who do not have a barbell, okay, you're going to use a dumbbell or a kettlebell, or even a sandbag. This is going to be double the reps. Okay, if you're using a dumbbell, okay, from the ground, make sure that we keep our chest up. We have our snatch. That's 1, 2, okay? We're doubling those reps. For the kettlebell, ideally, we're sticking with that alternating rep pattern and going from the floor, okay? So from the ground, we'll get a snatch, we'll bring it back down. You can switch hands and then keep switching, okay? If you have a tough time with the dumbbell snatch and you want to go from the swing, that's okay. Again, ideally we're alternating, but again, if you need to scale it to make it more comfortable for you, you can do half your reps on your right, half your reps on your left, okay? Whatever works for you, okay? Let's move on to pull-ups, all right? If you have chest-to-bar pull-ups, let's try to get this workout done with chest-to-bars, okay? No matter which variation of the workout you have or you're doing, if you have a pull-up bar and you're capable of chest-to-bar pull-ups, let's go with that, okay? If you have a pull-up bar and chest-to-bars are a little tougher, you don't have them yet, chin-over bar, okay, is fine. And then our last option will be jumping pull-ups. For those of you who have a pull-up setup, get a small box, whatever you need underneath. When you reach up, that bar should be somewhere between your wrist and your elbow. Elbow would be if you have difficulty still with pull-ups, maybe you're still doing ring rows. Wrist is going to be for those of you who might have a few pull-ups, but the 45 reps is going to be a little too much, okay? For those of you who do not have a pull-up bar, we're going to set up our stools or chairs, whatever we have. Put your broomstick or whatever you have at home, PVC, across it, and we'll do our rows, okay? The other option is going to be getting a rope or a strap, something that we can wedge in the top of our door, and then sitting back and almost doing like a ring row type movement will be our other option, okay? I've posted this, I'll clip this video in beginning of this at home order. I did a video on how you can do both of those variations of the pull-up or the row. I will clip that in so you guys can see that if you haven't seen it yet, okay? So those are our options for pull-ups, okay? For our no equipment, those of you who you can't do jumping squats, you can't do much jumping, just a regular air squat's totally fine. And then scaling our push-up, we can do push-ups from our knees, or we could do push-ups from the incline, okay? And so whether you have a bench, a box, a chair, your couch, a table, any of that stuff will work as an incline. You can do your push-ups that way, okay? All right, let's get into some warm-up. We're gonna do 3 rounds of basic 5. Basic 5 is good mornings. It's number 1, air squats. Number 2, push-ups, sit-ups, and the 5th one is going to be pull-ups. Okay, when we do these, I want you, everybody's going to be different. I want you to just pick a easy version, okay? So good mornings, the easiest version, hands on our hips, and it's just getting bent over, making sure we keep a flat back, get that stretch through your hamstrings, okay? If you want to make it a little more difficult, you can bring your hands up on your head, okay, and then from there we could even get a little bit of weight either on our back or on the front rack, okay? So good mornings. Second one is going to be an air squat. Again, make sure that we work on good positions since we got a lot of air, squats, especially these 2 variations of the workout in the workout, okay? Make sure that we're keeping our heels down, knees pushed out, chest stays up, and we get good depth, hips below the knees, okay? Third movement is our push-up, okay? So even if you are doing the push-up in the workout from a normal push-up with your toes on the ground, scale this, okay? Don't wear yourself out in warm-up if you got to go from your knees or from a box, the incline position. Do that, okay? This is just to get us warmed up, okay? Not to wear us out, fatigue us. We're gonna flip over. We're gonna get sit-ups, shoulders touch the ground, Get up so that your knees pass in front of your hips at the top, okay? And then pull-ups, my suggestion is to either start with some rows, some kind of like ring row type movement, jumping pull-up, and maybe each round you can, especially if you're doing chest to bars, you can maybe get into some chin over as you go. Again, try not to tax yourself too much. Again, we just want to get warmed up. You're going to do 10 reps of each of these. Okay, if you get down to the pull-ups and we're stuck doing a little bit tougher version than you want, maybe 5 to 10 reps, you choose. Okay, but 10 reps of each of those 3 times through, and then we'll move into some pass-throughs. Okay, pass-through drills. We've got 5 of them. If you have a PVC, that's great. If you have, again, your broomstick or a rake or anything that you can get your hands nice and wide, we're going to do 5 reps of each of these. Okay, so the first one is just a basic pass through. Okay, when we're doing this, reach or shrug up to the ceiling and make sure that we keep our elbows nice and straight. We don't want to be bending as we go through in any of these drills. Okay, second one is around the world. We'll do 5 times each way. Okay, third one, I want you to get down into a squat. Okay, it doesn't have to be a full depth squat. Biggest thing is that we keep our chest upright. And from here, okay, as low as you can get, keeping that chest upright, we'll get 5 more pass throughs. Okay, from here, sit up nice and tall, feet together, legs are straight, you'll get your pass through, and then just reach down towards your toes. Okay, and then we'll get on our stomach. This will be our 5th final movement here with the pass through. We're up in Superman, and let's get 5 more. Okay, so get through those 5 pass through drills, 5 reps each, and then while we're on the ground here, we're going to jump into some Spider-Mans. Okay, 10 reps. Back down to the ground onto your stomach, hands to the side. Let's get 10 scorpions. Okay, flip over, hands still stay on the side. We've got another 10 scorpions on your back. And then from here, we're gonna get roll over to V-sit. Okay, if you can, try to get your toes all the way back around to the ground. Okay. Jump up. Our last 3 stretches here will be toe touches. Okay. We've got a quad stretch, alternating, and then we'll get a lunge. Okay. 10 reps of each. Okay. Those will be our dynamic stretches. Our mobility today is going to be a pigeon stretch. Okay. We want to get our hips nice and loose, especially for those of us who are hitting this workout with the squat snatch or the air squats or the jumping squats. Okay, a minute on each side. Okay. Once we're done with pigeon stretch, we're going to get into some movement prep. This time we're going to do our basic barbell. You can adapt that to a kettlebell or dumbbell or sandbag, whatever you have. Okay. We're going to start with bar on your back. Dumbbell, kettlebell can be on your back. It can be, actually, if you have your dumbbell or kettlebell, you can just hold it. And we can do a straight leg deadlift. That's totally fine. If you have your barbell, let's get 5 good mornings. Okay, and if you don't have any weight, you can just walk through these movements without anything. Okay. From there, if you have a barbell, keep it on your back. If you have the dumbbell or kettlebell, goblet squat position is perfect. Okay. Let's get 5 squats. Okay. From here, we'll get 5 press. Okay. If you've only got the dumbbell or kettlebell, we'll get 5 one-arm press. Switch over, 5 one-arm press. Okay. If you're using the dumbbell, kettlebell, sandbag, at this point, you're done with this. If you have a barbell, I want us to get that wide grip and get 5 overhead squats. Okay. For those of you without weight, you did the good mornings, the squats. jump down. I know we already did a bunch of push-ups, but you're more than welcome to do a few more push-ups if you want. If you feel like you're ready to go, then you can just hold tight for a second, okay? We're actually gonna get my PVC back out. We're actually gonna talk snatch. I'll roll through these drills with the PVC, and then I'll roll through them really quickly with the dumbbell, okay? Kettlebell, dumbbell will be the same thing. So with our barbell, the first drill is gonna be high pulls, okay? High hang position, either way or anywhere in between, okay? You can actually start from the high hang and work your way down, okay? Anywhere above the knee. Once we have at least 5 of those, we're gonna get hang snatch, okay? And when we do the hang snatch, the first few can be a power snatch, but I want us working our way down, okay? Get yourself ready for these squat snatches that we have coming up in a workout, okay? All these drills can be done with your barbell, okay? From here, we're gonna lower down into the lift off, okay, or the deadlift. Just need to go just right above your knees, and we're just working on good position coming out of the bottom, okay? Keeping your chest up, not letting yourself get in this position, okay? From here, we're gonna finish with our squat snatch, okay? So let's get 5 reps of each of those. If you have the dumbbell or kettlebell, we're gonna start with those same high pulls, okay? You can switch hands if you want, alternate. From there, hang, snatch, okay? Really just working on dip and jump, keeping your torso, your chest upright, okay? From here, down to the ground. Again, working on a good setup position. And then we'll get our dumbbell snatch, okay? All right, guys, so once we have our snatch warmed up, we're gonna move on to some pull-ups. With your pull-up bar, start with 10-second hang plus some scat pull downs, okay? Make sure you have the shoulders nice and warmed up. And then we're just gonna get into some easy swings, okay? Think of just being nice and tight with this. What I mean by that is I don't want us just kind of like legs, knees bending, hips bending. I want us to keep everything nice and straight. Okay, you should feel squeeze through your glutes here, and we should feel a squeeze through our abs, and we get into hollow, okay? And so what that looks like, just nice and tight, get about 10 reps, okay? From there, we're gonna get a little bit more aggressive and add the kipping swing. When we have the kipping swing, it's just not going between arch and hollow. As we get into hollow, okay, and I'm pushing back, I'm gonna drive my hips up to the bar, okay? This is what gets us our lift, which helps us get our chin up over the bar, okay? So, all right, that's our kipping drill. And then from there, I just want you to warm up whatever variation of the pull-up you're doing, okay? So if you're doing a jumping pull-up, let's get something stacked there, whatever you need to achieve that jumping pull-up. If you're doing chin over, warm that up. If you're doing chest to bar, make sure we warm up a few chin overs and then get into some chest to bars, okay? If we're doing, let's move down to this no equipment. If we're doing the pull-up row, get that set up, okay? Excuse me. Get that set up. Make sure that we get at least 10 reps warm up, whether it's the row version or the door version, okay? Get your pull-ups set up, okay? If it's just on the ground, toes in the ground, make sure, again, we get at least 10 reps, warm up. If you're doing a knee version or you're doing an incline version, again, set that up, make sure that you're comfortable getting through this workout. Be 90 total reps of that. And then air squats, warm those up. You've already done a bunch of air squats. Make sure that we're maintaining good form through this, okay? So again, points of performance is that we keep our heels down We push our knees out. We're getting good depth. Chest stays up. And then at the top, we just want our feet, our toes to get off the ground, okay? Again, another at least 10 reps, and you'll be good to go, okay? At this point, guys, we got everything warmed up. Hopefully you have whatever variation and scaling or subs need it, okay? You got everything organized, you're ready to go. Turn the music up, 3, 2, 1, get the clock started, and have fun with this one, okay? It should be a fast workout. Not quite as fast as what a Fran would be, but not too much slower than that, okay? I guess we'll move on, okay? So let us know how you do, and go hard on this one, okay? To finish up here, gymnastic strength. Today we've got our upper body push, and then I've got cash out down here is actually A3, so we'll cover this all in the same bit here. Reminder, this is the end of the week of our deload week, so all we're doing is posting accessory work, and it is optional, okay? So if you hit these pretty hard the last 3 weeks and you're taking this week easy, have fun with the workout. We'll see you tomorrow, okay? If for whatever reason you feel good, you missed maybe you missed a week, you started doing this late, and you're going to jump in on this week, A1, accessory 1, is going to be handstand push-up negatives. Okay, so you're going to kick up to the wall, and you're just coming down as slowly as you can. Okay, if you need to put an ab mat or a pillow or something under your head, do that. Okay, if you need a deficit, you can pile some books up, some weights up, whatever you need to get that range of motion, okay? Number 2 is bench press, 3 by 20. If you've got a bench and a barbell set up, great. Put a weight on that you can achieve 20 reps for 3 sets, okay? If you have a barbell or dumbbells, you can actually do dumbbells on your bench press as well, but if you have a barbell or dumbbell but you don't have a bench, we can do floor press. Okay, and so for floor press, you're just going to lay on the ground in this position, then elbows come down to the ground, and we press up. Okay, try to get a weight on your bar or on with your dumbbells that is going to be challenging for 20. Okay, and if your weight's too heavy and you can only do 15 reps, that's fine. If your weight's too light and you can do 25 or 30 reps, that's perfect too. Okay. Last one, last accessory plus our cash out is a reverse Tabata L-sit or tuck sit, okay? Usually we do these on the parallettes. If you have 2 chairs to kind of prop yourself up on, 2 benches, whatever you've got. If you don't have any of that, you have a pull-up bar and you want to hang, you are more than welcome to hang for that L-sit or tuck sit, okay? Reverse Tabata is 8 rounds. You're doing a 10-second hold with 20 seconds of rest in between. Okay, it should be 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Actually, no, less than that. 3:40, under 4 minutes. All right. Okay, that's it for today. Have fun. Let us know how you do. Keep those pictures coming on Facebook. Keep those scores coming in on Beyond the Whiteboard. I love seeing it all. We'll talk tomorrow.